Let's go, man. Team 1 with the new roster versus this new roster of EDG. But don't worry, Kankan is not out, my friends. They are just resting, you know. But let's see.
Yeah, you know what?
Spotted.
How well does this new kids
Not
play?
sure how many, but he doesn't want to find out.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. That's
With the
more
new
like
faces of EDG one day.
Buzz trying to get a peek, waits for the Util to come through, but another late flash, and Potter's already through. Stack's getting a nice double, but Potter gets another one to equalize that. Potter holding on to the site. Meteor seeing if he can get a peek. They get the ping, but it's a little bit too late. Door already closed. That's enough time for the spike to get planted.
Yeah, now it just
They're
has to
so
come
low,
down to
bro.
bullets for both squads.
Yo, this guy's toast player.
Yeah, very good pre-fire. As soon as he caught a glimpse of the shoulder, he just keeps spamming it right on that crosshair placement. Chichu very low, scared to peek out first, gets a little bit of information. He's not going to go for it again. Toast has to get at least one kill here to open things up for Chichu on that cross angle. They heard the drop. Toast trying to reposition. He doesn't want to get pinched. He's trying to find one. Chichu has to peek out with him, but they won't find the timing. Meteor still holding the angle as well. And Izu and Meteor close things out for T1 to win that pistol round. It's going to be a team flash instead of going all the way deep into Marcus. Now they have to go in blind, but nobody. How does he win that? Even with the pre-fire from Izu on the Odin, he's spot on onto the headshot. Meteor can't quite connect onto the second, so Potter still opens up that market. Picks up the spike as well. Now, not enough backup to enter the site confidently. Simon going for a little bit of delay and a little bit of information. He realizes now they know with the turret that there is a peek out of A short, but that means we're going to rush into B. Stacks just trying to fill the site. Back up nowhere in sight. He has to stay alive long enough. Fragment to push him in. Sees the drop. Trying to win that 1v1, but can he stay alive long enough? Sylvan has now arrived, but he's already tied up from main. A dicey situation for Stacks, and he just has no idea that Simon's already made it past the boxes. Thinks he might still be in the center of the site.
Only Buzz left. Good run by DJ.
For the save, I mean, he looks like he wants to go for kills, but if he cannot find one from main here on this angle, you gotta just back off.
Yeah, I agree. Stacks doing everything he could there to try to buy some time, using his utility, but it's going to be really, really difficult. Buzz still considering this, maybe just making sure that EDG doesn't have an option.
Yeah, gotta save that.
No signs of slowing down. They know it's a weaker round here for T1. They should know about this operator as well, so that's the only thing they need to worry about. The ping not staying on long enough before the door closes, but it's just a giant old mess on the site as T1 holding on. Buzz able to get a shot off through before he gets traded off. Meteor still staying alive with the Sheriff. You have to respect these Sheriffs. And T1 now, they have him surrounded. The spike is down. Potter can't collect it unless he fights through everybody.
This is
out of mid run.
Very, very difficult now, especially with some of the gun upgrades that are going to be floating in for the side of T1. They also have some vision on this spike. Is it going to be picked up or not? Oh, there you go. Meteor just playing off the angle there.
And with that, T1 now have a bit of interest in mid. They want to re-clear this. Potter is trapped. They're very well aware of this. They should, I mean, with everyone here, yeah, they should. Oh! Buzz waits patiently until the very end, finds him on the float. Izu eventually goes down,
that was insane,
but no
Buzz.
space
Oh
quite
my
taken
god,
here
man.
for EDG and Buzz.
Oh, hit that game.
Gets him right through the edge
He's so
of that
confident,
wall.
bro. He's so confident. Can't tell.
That second peak,
after that shot, oh my
kill.
god, bro.
Sylvan now waiting for it. 0 point spotted. Gets ready for both.
That's for Kankan, bro. That one is for Kankan.
Yeah, seeing
He's
some
saying, I wish you were here, bro.
To B, do we go back to A? Trying to open up their options a bit. And T1's answer to this is just shoving out B main and peeking down mid. Shuts down all sorts of possibilities.
So much work, man.
Good read off that timeout. Almost gets a second as well. But he's still holding that back line. Meanwhile, Meteor gets a trade for one, but eventually gets taken down. So it's going to be Izu all alone. Buzz is ready. Now, what a well-placed fragment. Pushes him off of that early angle. He's just going to have to wait for the cross. See if anyone actually dares to take that leap. Oh, one does, but Buzz gets scratched up. He's going to have to back off. Izu all alone with the Odin. The Odin's a good weapon to have here, but he is all alone. You're not going to have the greatest support. No command at the ready, but no flash drives for Stacks. So they have to jump in, and Izu's just praying and spraying as he stays alive. Sylvan now coming in for that backup. Chichu takes him down 1v1. Bladestorm at the ready. Chichu, he'll fall off of a sneeze, and Buzz gets it with the Bladestorm.
So confident today, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, it got pretty close there. actually mid to B would have been a pretty good option, but I think they're still suspecting that that operator's over.
We got a drone here, right?
Yeah, they think maybe it might have been a B main
They
push,
have
and they're going to walk right into him. Buzz, he's ready for it. He's ready for another, but here's a dash. He sees it with the shorty. He gets one, but it's a little bit too late. Already the distance closed in from EDG, and they'll start to push in. Simon with a nice hit. Izu does clean up nobody with Dodge's Fury. Lockdown now coming up from Meteor, trying to buy time, allowing for Izu to get here with the Odin. Spike will still get planted. And Meteor just wants to defend that lockdown, wants to push them out of the site, put them into an uncomfortable position, but Simon has sometime picked up the operator, and he gets a 3K total for the round.
Yeah, that worked out. I mean, I think T1, all according to the plan, just the timing's uncomfortable for Buzz. Good you had to go through in that setup, and they got through it pretty nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. Just masking their advance and just closing that distance a bit more, and this time they'll continue to ramp up the pressure all the way to 11, going for the tempo play, but can't quite get in yet. The fragment holds him at bay. They're not clearing their borders just yet, but Meteor just cannot track him across his screen.
Who's that guy?
Toast comes in for the trades. Izu
that's an imposter, bro.
To hold, but for how just long enough for that kill through the wall. Chichu falls. Now operator in the hands of Izu.
Stop, bro.
Keep them at bay.
Dual bangs is not enough for you?
Operator going to be the weapon of choice for the time being from Izu. There are some Vandals right in front of him if he so chooses, but wants to find a pick. Clearing out one angle at a time. There's too many options. Recon Bolt gives him time to switch out weapons. Knows there's one right close by. Damage done. I mean, nobody's job right now is just to buy time. Doesn't need to actually go in for this fight. Nobody jumps a little too far, but he's still alive. That's what matters. As Toast, almost 0 health on the site itself. Izu gets the read. Does he get the call about the 4 HP? Surely he does. Izu waiting. Will he peek out? Doesn't go for the spam just yet, and Toast is ready on an off angle right outside of the boxes. Gets the clutch for EDG.
For this 3-man stack that you've got.
Oh, EDG, they don't spawn anyone, so they're just going deeper with the flash, and he actually still finds one before he gets out. Good for the second, and now he's stabilized. Nobody's there for support. And Potter gets out free. Takes some damage, but he's still alive. That's what matters. He's still hunted down.
Look at this brain with the sheriff, bro. What the fuck was that? There was no recoil.
For the EDG squad, I mean, sure, it's an off-season event, but it's still so much pressure to be representing the world champion brand. But he's delivering on the second pistol.
Yeah, the world champions, but I gotta respect that.
That's a great setup for him, too. I mean, you know, EDG doing a good job of using their util to put their duelist in a position to succeed, and he does. And that's all. That's
yo, that was sick,
that's skill. All those things come together there. Meteor trying to find some way in hell to get this plant down. He's going to get spotted and isn't able to find that early shot. Trying to use the turret, but it's cleared off with the smoke. I mean, nope.
Yeah, the smoke was there too, and I mean, he's just waiting.
30 seconds
and he's good with his shots, but it's just too many.
Potter with a 4K. Damn.
So it's getting a little more tricky. Sylvan as well, only as a guardian.
Oh, he's been spotted, and they must have heard that dash out as well. So T1, they know they have an opportunity, but how large of a window is it going to be? The 0 just to make sure that there aren't any extra members actually in the site. Right as the smoke clears, they're still able to avoid it, but they get Flash Simon with some good counterplay. Delays him long enough for Potter to go for a repeat.
What?
And then there's walking out of the
smoke. Meteor left.
Gets a double kill.
That's a huge run, man.
Stranded at the entrance of A site, and this should be another round for EDG.
Yeah, that's great play.
Meteor must save this.
All right. Oh my God.
That's T1 fishing for it. They catch him with the 0 point. Meteor immediately answers back. And the plan all along was to try to battle through this. Chichu gets a little bit aggressive.
Bro. Chichu's not having a good day.
He can stay alive long enough. Wants to find his own exit, but he won't be able to do it. But a good pop flash for Simon. Sets himself up for a double. Finds the third as well. He's snappy with it. And now continuing to represent
but
the world
he's damn, bro, that was so clean.
As Simon cleans up.
Man, that is clean from Simon.
Then your own immediate re-clear of A main. You gave up the space for free early on, and barely going to get out of vision. So they know that Wine is clear, reached all the way to the end, but they're not quite sure if anyone's watching it. Potter gets that kill, and he knows that that's the only one he spotted, so this is a pretty big tell that it's going to be B. The question is, Chichu, can he stay alive? And is there going to be that pop flash from afar from Simon? He's getting closer. Nobody's already snuck in. Got a single kill for himself. Simon will be starting to look to jump out of that smoke, but not quite in position just yet. Chichu has been taken down. The 3 members of EDG waiting for the smokes to clear. The Nano Swarms going for a full-on retake, but he's been stopped, suppressed. Util still not available here for EDG. Time starting to tick down against Spike. We've still got about 30 seconds. Now coming down the stairs, all grouped up, watching each other's backs, going for that double swing. Aside, but they line up for
You gotta spam this shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta spam it.
And Toast just does not have an entrance. Okay, he'll get a nice shot. Looking to save the op, maybe. Wouldn't be the worst scenario. Oh, they're actually just going to go for it. He thought about it a lot. I mean, I was waiting to see what the decision was here. It seems like Toast had just too many things.
Trying to make the best of every situation, get the proper practice. Did he see that jump over?
I think he did. He's waiting for him. He was waiting for a second peek, I think, from somebody else. But
both of them are lucky to be alive, actually.
That's a good read from
Could have go either way.
Just not wanting to take a big risk. Tries to pre-fire around that corner, forces him away. Here's the tailwind. And T1, they have the information that the op has been repositioned, but do they have much else? They're going to pick up the tempo right away off of that ping. They want to take him out, and Buzz is good for it. Stays alive on site. He's ready for Simon, but Simon gets the shot first. Still alive, too. Not quite able to track all the way to a third. Stacks will
2v2, lockdown.
A 2v2, and Chichu watching for the flank. Doesn't let that curveball
You gotta be legendary now, bro.
It's going to have to be a massive play from Stacks.
I mean, he's no stranger to it, especially on a set. Yeah, he's done some heroics. Hiding right away from that recon. The lockdown will push him away. Turret to make sure that he's not pushing through. Door closed as well, so Stacks doesn't really have an option. Just has to respect the space. Has the null command, but not going to be useful here in this 1v2. Not too much. Not much util on nobody. Is he ready for the high-low? They're spread out far and wide, and Chichu so fast on that reaction. Gets the
11 to 11.
It's more 11-11.
They're talking about Simon. 18 kills, 16 assists, man.
In this set one of the best of three. Potter's just gonna, he's waiting for it. Goes to the pre-fire, almost times it perfectly. Buzz, in fact, getting scratched up there on that peak. And Potter now repositioning for another one. He hasn't taken as much damage. Feeling a bit safer at this distance. There's that pop flash. Coming in.
It's going to be tough now. Chichu trying to hold this angle. Oh, he's going to get taken down.
Oh, that's the double swing of Potter.
What?
Okay, he switches
What
to
are you
short.
doing, Buzz? What are you doing?
7 HP. Buzz is going to be too happy about that one. But the round continues. 4v4. And EDG, not too many tools. They do have the double flash rise. They do have the recon. They do have the drone. But Izu with a Hunter's Fury stuck on the site. Does he use it preemptively to try to buy time? There it is. Potter's already gotten through it. And Simon, he's going to try to find an opening as well. Potter just trying to weave in and out. They're actually using this to their advantage, masking their footsteps. Now all in alley. There's the paranoia. Stacks doesn't quite have an angle. He gets spotted, but not in time. His sight is cleared. Sylvan there to help save him as well. Stacks still alive. 1v3. Toast in a similar situation. Can he change the difference this time? Stuck in the smoke, spot Stacks, but can't get the kill, and it's just too many targets. Sylvan this time, bringing T1 to map point.
It's going to be tough.
T1.
Nobody, yeah, with just a Spectre, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking great, and Toast, he's on that side. He doesn't quite have a flash. There's a fragment. Nobody, you're stuck. He's going to back off, and that means Toast has to back off too. So they would have liked an early kill, but you have opportunities here. You have the null command. You have another flash drive. There are options for EDG. Not all is lost. There is the ultimate from the KO. Stacks trying to make sure he stops in the flooding from both sides. And there's the flood down from up top. Buzz finds one, but immediate trade
They
for
got
EDG.
destroyed, man. Holy shit.
They will be taking us to overtime.
Yeah.
Concerned about if he's back to IGLing. Can he keep up in the gunplay? So far, not looking bad. Moda trades back and forth, but he's just going to have to keep up that space. And there's Potter. He's actually barely tries to stay alive, but the flash not timed well enough. And Meteor able to spam from afar. Now the site flooded. EDG, you're already out of options. I mean, we have Sylvan watching mid from A short. So mid to B rotation isn't an option. Meteor good for 3. It's just Meteor against EDG. He gets the ace.
I lost the ace.
Right shut
I lost
down
the
on
ace.
B-main. Nobody enters my home, he says.
Oh my god.
That's classic Meteor.
Replay? That's replay?
The overtime juices are flowing for T1.
Oh my god.
That flash, though, was brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It landed right in Potter's face. I mean, oh, man.
Yeah, the slight mismatch in timing. And that's one of those where you can't really blame either because it's such a long-range throw, right? It's just a little bit of mistiming from both players.
Oh, let's keep it going.
Unfortunate.
And Simon's been so good on this map.
Yes.
He's been so good. He's got 20 assists. I mean, the guy's playing point guard over here. You know, he's just doing phenomenal work. But the one little mistake, you know, the one turnover there, essentially, where you're kind of giving up the round because you can't get that execute, that up and over with the dash to work. But so be it. Let's see if T1 can get it done on their attacker's side now. Defensive setup. 3-2 split for EDG. Trying to get a little bit of info. Does catch Simon, so you know someone's over on this side. And what is going on here, Toast?
Oh, wow.
Good
Yeah,
trade.
okay, well, they got that spot nice and early, I think. So they set up the smoke, they set up the flash, they just want to clear it. And they were ready for the counter peek as well, but eventually it just ends in a 1-1 trade. So no smokes on either side. This is for all those people who didn't like the Harbor Viper meta. No more smokes here for this round. And we'll see as T1 just go for a full rotate. Now, this has been T1's tendency throughout their attacking side is once we get shut down, we'll try to rotate faster than the other team. We'll kind of play off of tempo more than anything, make sure we have the numbers advantage. And this time it will work out, especially since it's a 4v4. Other times EDG seem to keep up the pace, but nobody all alone. And Buzz just walks out. Nobody's trying to get ready for a dash in. But Buzz just casually waltzes onto the site.
That's a huge win for Buzz because that doesn't give EDG's reinforcements the time to get here to disrupt this execute. This is really, really, really nice for Buzz to get that kill. That's why you bring that player onto this team. That's why you spend the big bucks to get this duelist.
Yeah, and that off angle he's holding as well. Goes through the peek out, and look at the synergy from T1. Meteor there to cover, and T1 will take the first map win on their pick of Ascent after overtime.
Yeah, a little bit shaky for sure. I think you can see that T1 is not super thrilled with how that attacker side went.
Let's see what you can do on the attack. It's just going to be an early hit onto A. No holds barred here. And it's going to be a quick drop down for Buzz. He's not quite checked at all. And with the ghost, he gets two. Still holding them back with the paint shells. On for the third onto the headshot. And now Buzz, he's even going to escape back right up into heaven. So Sylvan still safe on the site. Spike just can't make its entry, and look at Stax' position. He's already made it all the way through sewers as well. They are absolutely trapped here in this cage. And T1 closing in on it. Stax will get the double eventually. And that's a clean flawless for the pistol. And it's going to be Buzz up in heaven. He's going to avoid the paranoia. They do have that trademark on that ramp as well. So really setting up for Buzz. They understand that if they can get that showstopper, this is going to be a smooth round for them. But he's taking too much damage through the wall. So we'll have to back out, and a nice pick off from Meteor right before the momentum comes through for the Rays. Potter now stuck. Paint shells keeping him trapped, and Stack spamming against it. Meteor still alive. And there, oh, nope, the Headhunter not going to quite find the last kill. Toast now pushing in. Meanwhile, Chichu stuck on ramp, waiting for an opening, waiting for a pick. It's two angles, the double angle here for Toast. He's a little late on the trigger. We'll first of all reposition. No spike in hand for either member of EDG.
Yeah, that's the concerning thing right now is now you have to get there. Already able to work through there with that smoke in place. And here we go. Buzz is just going to dive right in looking for him. Toast trying to hold the line. Able to best Buzz.
But there's a snake bite, just playing it safer. It is the bonus here for T1. So they're much more concerned about the actual round win rather than trying to keep all the weapons alive. And now just double teaming. Sylvan watching from heaven. There's the toxic screen, and that gets the reaction out of Chichu. They know exactly where he's at. Chichu. I mean, yeah, he has a choice of saving, but it doesn't feel great because no one else is going to be able to really buy anyway in the next round.
You want to save. Yeah, I think he should.
It's a horrible position to be in.
They're so much more comfortable than they would have been before. Meteor gets ahead of it, just lets the jet pass by. That's the sky down. No more info. No more flashes here for EDG on the attack. It's already a tough, oh, and the timing for Buzz, he just weaves out of the toxic screen for the double. Stack survives the judge, and everything going perfect for T1. EDG not quite aware of it though.
So much of this is going to come down to Stax' timing. You know, is nobody going to come through there? Is he going to catch him? Is somebody going to push through Ramen? Is he going to, you know, be able to read that? He's in a tricky spot. Yeah, and here comes the showstopper.
Oh my God.
After the decay, walking in through the poison cloud. Can't do much about that, but there is the open ultimate. So always there was that backup plan of going to the other side of the map. You already sent Potter there as well, but they have no idea that Stax is here this early. He's just going to let him pass. Trailblazer gives him time. He's going to pick off one. Already getting an angle onto Heaven, but doesn't quite get the hits onto Potter. Sylvan, oh, not able to reposition quick enough, and this gives an opening. Potter now getting pinched by two members. Can he stay alive long enough? He weaves out of the cloud, but not able to find the kill. Now Meteor watching from above. Everyone's eyes trained onto the site. Chichu has to find the timing here before Toast goes down, but Toast not able to get the first kill.
Man.
Now Chichu just has to hope that he's going to be able to get the spray all the way through the wall here against the spike. Stacks is ready for it, and he swings out for a 3K.
Man.
What a round for Stacks. So much that he's doing in that round for the team. You are so good. You're able to bully your way up towards heaven. That's not too bad. Buzz, though, is actually going to change his angle. Oh, a good flash, but he still gets two.
He still antes it. He hears it coming. We saw Silhouette turning right towards the wall, and then he just sprays down for the second as well. And
nothing going
that's what I was going to say.
Way, bro. They won one round, and they got to Remake because no player on Team 1 was DC,
and the top screen comes up just in time to save Buzz, give him that opportunity to go for the anti-flash. Stacks gets an inkling, not able to find the frag, but can they get the spike into a position? Sylvan continuing to hold the ground, and we still have Buzz alive up on heaven as well. Chichu, so much to do. Him and Toast starting to break through, but there's still Meteor, the final boss, the operator, online. Paranoia comes out, he's past it, tries to find his target, not getting it, but a Vandal at his feet, ready to go. Shorty just to shut down the spike, and that's no time for the flange. Izu's just going to run away. Round win for T1, 10-0 lead.
Oh my god.
You just have to be so thrilled if you're a T1 fan with what you're seeing
Oh,
now.
someone died. Someone died there.
But they bounce right back in such a strong
way.
Or whatnot, but then it's real hard on Split for the remaining members to really get any value done unless you're going.
Can you imagine the world champions getting 13-0?
This is just one of those
on their
things
map
that
pick.
makes Split very difficult to attack into. Look at the timing from Buzz. He knows exactly what the jump's gonna be. Peeks in, sprays through with the judge as well. Paranoia to help him push.
I'm not sure if I want to leave this road, man.
He switched out to a Vandal. He wants it. There's the showstopper. Finally, he uses it and he gets a kill as well. 12-0, looking for an absolute shutdown against the reigning world champions. Well, it's do or die time, but that is going to be the Omen spotted, pushed out with the paint shells, but Simon's there to make sure Buzz is the one actually trapped here on the A side. But a good distraction to allow T1 to enter onto B, but Potter's ready
let's
for
go, let's go! Avoid the disaster.
Stabilize, only a classic. Stacks still needs some time to gather himself onto B heaven, provide some backup. Now that he's here, Sylvan getting ready to pick up that spike. 2v4 for T1. Can they get the perfect game here? A 13-0. No, not looking
not
likely.
today.
EDG
not ever.
their way back in just to survive.
Yeah, it was an attempted kind of.
But T1 right now still has some room for error, room for experimenting. Looks like it's just going to be another flood out, this time with no Yuto trying to sneak their way in. A good trade from Buzz. He's going to dash past him, create some space again. Constantly trying to hold these double angles on the entry.
Nobody?
But loses out on that wide swing.
Nobody?
Battle with nobody. And he holds his ground against three. Simon with the cleanup with the judge. And EDG keep their hopes alive.
Damage for his trouble as well. And Trailblazer for Trailblazer. Buzz is going in with the shotgun. And he's got one.
Yeah, finds one. Can he get a second? He lands the shot. He's so weak. Potter just has to run. You have to hightail it out of there, and he will safely create some space. But now they've been completely shoved out. Spike has been dropped in mid, though. We'll see. Can they keep their eyes on an EDG? No, Buzz just swings out.
This is how they win. This is how they win.
Slice up the angles like that. Potter all alone, 13 HP. Operator in hand. And Meteor ready to shut him down on his way
Buzz will
over
have
to the rotate.
as well.
Meteor picks up the Bucky. I mean, he's so weak that the Bucky's probably the perfect weapon right
Potter,
now.
if you win this,
and Potter, I mean, this is
you are the chosen one, bro.
Match point. You have to try. Here's that the spike is planted. It's on the other side.
This is nearly undoable.
This is
so difficult for him. With only 13 HP in particular.
Oh,
and there's a showstopper.
Yeah, just to scare him off as well, which is really going to slow down his advancement. You can see the panic coming through on Potter, but can he land the first shot? He's going to be able to weave in and out of it. There's the Bucky at long range. And that will be T1 closing the match out 2-0 with a thrifty in fashion.
Yeah, really clean here on EDG's map pick for T1. They got to be feeling really good about the defender's side. Very little to say about it negatively. I mean, it was almost as good as it gets, so got to be happy about that as T1 after a rough ascent, playing really well.